that time to yourself between 5 and 9 is just, it's absolutely precious. You just can't put a price tag on it. That's how you're going to get to know yourself.
Welcome to 10K Tuesday. Another night. We're doing half marathons today, baby. Hello. Came home to find my dog outside the fence. What are you doing, Dylan?
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to 10K Tuesday, and we got kind of a different thing going on here. Today, earlier, I went and ran myself a half a marathon. I don't always do that. I've only done it one other time, and the reason I'm doing that is because I've got a marathon coming up in about exactly a month. So I'm just trying to ratchet up running long distances and to normalize it. So hi, by the way, if you've never been here before, welcome. And my name is Scott, and every Tuesday I have to run at least 10 kilometers before I make a video for you. That's sort of something that I've imposed upon myself. It's called 10K Tuesday, and the other aspect to 10K Tuesday is I want to make $10,000 on a Tuesday. My vehicle for doing that is day trading. I've had a lousy day of day trading. I lost a bunch of money, and so I'm trying to make it back right now. So that's where we're at. You know, I goofed up today, and that's I'm human. So what I want to talk about today is your 5 to 9 job. I know that sounds ass backwards, and so this morning I came across, you know, this thing right here, this Ikigai thing, and you might have seen it before. And it's an Okinawan or Japanese term. Iki is life, guy. Iki, I know that much, not icky. Iki. Every morning I have a ritual, and that is I read some sort of good philosophy or high-minded stuff from ideally the best minds that Earth has produced. And so I try to read a little bit every morning. So I read a little bit. This one right here is a go-to that I'm never going to be done with, called A Return to Love, through pages, and just be like, all right, what's up for today? Like a lot of people do with the Bible. And so I came across this part right here, knowing who you are and why you came here, that you're a child of God. And a lot of us are trying to figure out just what are we doing here? And once again, we're not deciding for ourselves what part to play in life, but rather asking it to be revealed to us. Then lo and behold, I turn on YouTube and I come across this guy, Tim Tamashiro. He gave a TED Talk. I watched it, and I screenshot a few of the things that he put out there. So I'm beg, borrowing, and stealing. I'm going to put a link in the notes below this video, and you can just go watch the TED Talk for yourself. And so what I'm doing here today is really premature. However, it does embody the very essence of what my channel is about. My slogan is, we do not truly understand something unless we can teach it. And so selfishly, this is for me, and you know what? I truly hope that it helps somebody out there. So let's look at Ikigai here. And of course, you can do it with pen and paper. And man, it felt really rewarding just to kind of get the party started. Of course, we want to know what in the world we're doing here. And this is a great way to sort of hammer it out and ask yourself tough questions. And answer the things. What do you love? Well, I love running. I love working out. I love making videos. I love writing. And I love making music. Okay, all right. What are we good at? I'm kind of good at most of those things, and then what can you be rewarded for? Well, I could show you how to get fit and run better and improve your life. Because it totally changed mine. What does the world need? Well, being that half the country is obese, I think those skills would come in handy, showing people how to get fit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because this video is not about me, but what I need to do is put pen and paper here and write this stuff out. And the stuff, all the common denominators, kablamo. That's your Ikigai. That's your life's worth. That's what you're meant to do. Because most of us are in jobs that we hate, and we quit those jobs so we can go to work. And I stole that line, totally stole that line from Mr. Tamashiro here. Anyway, man, I really hope that this is helpful for you out there. So I called this video Your 5 to 9 Job, and I stole that from Mr. Tamashiro again. One thing that I have said for as long as I can remember is when my job is done, you know, when I work for the man, or whether it's Walmart or some guy that I'm doing plumbing work for or whatever, you know, yeah, I worked at Walmart a long time ago, almost made it 90 days. And that's when the real work begins. That's what I've always told myself. I am not meant to work for other people. I can't help it. That's how I'm wired. And if you have found your life's purpose and you happen to be working for somebody else, you know, sort of fulfilling their purpose, and that dovetails nicely for you, I'm fucking jealous of you. Because I couldn't do that. All the jobs that I ever had, I could not, it wasn't working. And I was a really good employee. I really always tried. Even in my most upside down days, I still knew when I clocked out of that job, the real work begins. So therefore 5 to 9. So that's obviously in the evening. And so if you want to get out of the job that you hate, you know, when you clock out, most of us clock out at 5, you don't want to go home and play video games. You want to go ahead and hatch your evil schemes and figure out what you're good at, what the world needs, and how you can get rewarded for it, et cetera, et cetera. So here's the chart that I plan to get down on it and figure this stuff out. I've got a pretty good idea, but it's really nice to see it all come together. Now, 5 to 9 has another side to it, and that's in the morning. One thing that I'm really big on is early morning wake up time. Early morning, man, because that's like the golden time, you know. Of course, the time I spend with my wife, family, friends, awesome. I wouldn't trade that. But every day, not just me, you know, people a lot smarter than me came up with this. You should start your day up and at 'em way before anybody else, and read from the greats. Reflect on that, highlight it, copy it down, write down your own versions, whatever it does to kind of get you rubbing elbows, you know, metaphorically, with these great minds. Meditate on it, early morning workout. But in that zone there, that 5 to 9, you know, before the world starts waking up and tugging at you and pulling at you, and you got to go, you know, work to help fulfill somebody else's, you know, dreams. If your job entails you working for somebody else, that is what we're doing. I'm not pooping on that, but that's just the fact of the matter. That's how you're going to get to know yourself. That time to yourself between 5 and 9 is just, it's absolutely precious. You just can't put a price tag on it. That's how you're going to get to know yourself. That's going to help you out here with the old Ikigai. You can take time and answer these types of questions, you see. And I think I've been doing that just loosely, you know. I've been in the ballpark, and I think this right here was going to certainly help me. I sincerely hope it helps you. Dial that fucker in. All right, awesome. So in this video, Tim has this cool slide out here, and it's called Ikigai is Action. And you know, I just figured I'd run down this list here: to serve, to create, to delight, that's his big thing, to nourish, to provide, to teach, to heal, to connect, to build. So all of these are worthwhile verbs. They're all pretty much in service of other human beings. And yet that's another thing that kind of comes back here. You know, all this wisdom, man, it's really all from the same source. And so to serve other people pleases God. That's what it's all about, quite frankly. And so this right here should help us get it dialed in to help find out why we're here, what we're supposed to do, and which brings us to our purpose, which is to serve people, which pleases God. A lot of people have it backwards, that we should please people and serve God. And one thing, oh, right here, check this out. God does not demand sacrifice. The life of sacrifice is the life we live before we find the higher sense of identity and purpose. Kablamo. I think that's an excellent spot to wrap this video up. I'm so glad you joined me, and I sincerely hope that this helps you. And this video is probably a little premature. I don't think I'm ready to teach this, but you know what? We're gonna jump right in. And I know it better now because I put my best foot forward and tried to teach it. I sincerely hope it helped you out there. Hey, if you do find this content helpful, by all means, why don't you hit that like button and consider subscribing. I do put out a lot of content out there. I sincerely hope it helps. Do not waste this day. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Ready?